Welcome back everybody to Space Engineers. I might wonder why that's gone. That's because this is a new ship. Since all the platinum we found up there, I decided to redo the ship completely. But with ion engines, it can still go into the atmosphere and leave it. It pretty much functions the same as this ship. Just on a much larger scale and only requires uranium instead of hydrogen as well. And it has a lot more maneuverability in space. So it basically just has a bunch of ion engines, as well as two over here and a bunch over here. And it's just relatively built a lot neater than the previous one. So I will now start the construction on it instead. So let's just quickly see here. 1, 2, 3. Don't actually need to place blocks down, you can basically just weld them. So I will go and grab a good amount of steel, and then I realize we do not have a good amount of steel. Are you serious? Okay, we have a mining ship for a reason. Let's see here. So we don't have an antenna yet, sadly. Should still add that. The base isn't quite complete yet. Take control. What the hell's that? Interesting, okay. This base also doesn't have two connectors, so I might need to look into that. So we can unload our drone. I might actually build a much bigger one, since I have a strange feeling we're gonna need a lot more metal to build it. But you know what, the mining's pretty boring, so I'll be back when we get back to the physical building of the ship, because that's something I'd like to show in full. Okay, I mined about 100k of iron. It's busy refining, and while that happens, I will simply continue to weld with what we have left. I actually want to change the setting on this projector of ours. Where is it? Oh, no, we do not have a gravity generator yet. Projector needs to be set show only buildable, just to make it a little bit less clustered. Why am I having issues here? Quite an interesting way of building, I have to say. And we're out of steel plates. Okay. Production. We need 27k. Okay, we seem to be producing at a decent rate. Which iron do we have refined? 26k, 25k. I can put another 20k in here. And then I need the platinum to refine. How much uranium do we have? That is a lot of uranium. Okay. Man, that's not a lot of steel plates. Production on the ship might take a while. You know what, I'm gonna go mine some more iron. And then hopefully we have a few steel plates produced as well. And then I'll be back. And we're back. We now have decent-ish amount of steel plates. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and oh man, this might take a while. It's the first time I'm building from a projector. The only time I usually use projectors is when it's small ships and when it's a 3D printer. Because that really works very well. But hey, there's a new time for everything. That was weird graphical glitch. We can also construct the reactor due to the parts we have. Let's see. What still needs to be welded up on the bottom layer? This one and this one. There we go. Why does that one look a different color? It's fine. I'm sure it's nothing much. It's probably because we placed it. Where is the steel plates? Actually, we have 2 assemblers. Might as well use them to produce double the amount. Is that a different color? Yeah, it is. Okay. I don't want to do that. Mistakes were made. So many mistakes were just made. Really? And now he doesn't even want to stupidly link. Really? Oh, finally. Okay, it linked. Construction. So many things. Just grab something there. I forgot that corners does not count. Kinda makes sense, but I didn't think. Drop a couple of those. I don't know what we'll need. Hopefully I took all the needed things. What the crap just happened? And how did this survive? Was it the shields that just saved our base? Okay, interesting. What was going on? Oh. They tried to dock really hard. A little bit too hard if you ask me. this was actually very interesting for me. I did not know docking things allowed the other things to have their shields. Okay then. Screw it, I'm just gonna build. Where's the projector? So I presume we need to do this before we can see it. That was very unnecessary. I'm just happy we didn't lose the entire base. What about that single little block that caused this? Okay, it's not that bad. You can basically just instantly start rolling anything. We didn't lose all the steel plates, we lost like a quarter of it. Okay, I'm just gonna basically put it back down because I don't want things drifting. That was motors, wasn't it? Yep. Got him, okay. Come on. Two, three, four. There we go. There we go. The outline's almost complete. I don't like the way it's placing random other things. There we go. This looks pretty good. Need more steel plates as usual. 700, that can get put back. Another bunch. Man, we really have some steel plates. But most of the ship is just a hull. Although the interior parts has a lot of weird components, such as the warp drive, for instance. There we go. The bottom steel thing is completely welded up. This might start to become difficult. This might get interesting very quickly. It's actually quite boring, just welding up continuously. Come on, just charge up, please. Grab more steel plates. This is where the awkward part comes in. Making sure everything's welded up. basically just want to build the inside of this area first. Let's see. That's welded up, that's welded up. Sadly, that's also welded up. Just, okay, like we need a bunch of oxygen tanks, like this one's already been placed. Let's go grab some steel plate and just place the interior of that thing. Come on. Should actually have enough things. So we can place this, we can place this. That requires interior plates, great. Interior plates. One, two, three, four. 1, 2. Interior plate once more. Okay, I think I'm just going to do that for now. Let's see how it looks. It's basically why I made this projector, or the on and off switch. So we're able to build things properly and slowly. I'm not gonna do too much on that reactor yet, because maybe, you know, it gets blown up again. But let's add what we can. Okay, I'm definitely gonna need a lot more steel plates. Production, another 2,000 there. Couple of large steel tubes. Though those tanks are going to require a lot more than a couple. Small steel tubes, metal grids. Display, small steel tubes, metal grids, and a lot of interior plates. Okay. Interior plates, that should be enough. Small steel tubes. Might as well get them all finished. Computers are added. Metal grid and display. Metal grid. Steel plates. A display, metal grid, and a lot of normal steel plates. Okay. Okay, that thing's finished. Still don't have enough large steel, not large steel tubes, steel plates. Let's see what we can add here. Large steel tubes, computers, metal gray, large steel tube, detector components, power cells. That's the weird things. We have some detector components. Let's produce another 10. We're gonna need 120 power cells. Can we make 120 power cells? We should be able to. Easily. Like I thought. Actually, let's make the detectors first. Gonna need a couple more computers. I'd like to make more computers. Sure, and then assembler 2 can make another 1,000 steel plates. Computers, small steel tubes, large steel tubes. Steel plates and large steel tubes. Okay. We are getting somewhere. It's going a lot quicker than if I were to design the ship out of my head and just hope for the best. Okay, this is done, this is good. Okay, steel plates and large steel tubes. Anything else? Large steel tubes. Large steel tubes, and then 1,000 superconductor components. Okay, let's be honest here, I knew that was coming at some point. Very large steel tubes. Large steel tubes. Large steel. There we can immediately finish. Just not the jump drive. Okay, steel plates. A lot of steel plates. And maybe we can... We already have the detector components, the battery components. Thousand superconductors. That's pretty harsh. Oh well, it's not that impossible. You know what, I'm just gonna finish everything. Actually, let's first add the batteries. Then that'll work. Because the reactor also required like 100 superconductors. What did I take as well? Okay, so all we need now is gravity generator components and superconductor conduits. Neat. And an insane amount of reactor components. And then also another like couple of those. actually put the rest in here. Why not 8 out of 1,000? Yeah, that's definitely gonna help a lot. Come on. That part that we're building now is basically the most expensive part of the entire ship. Except for the ion engines, that's everywhere. No, it's not the most expensive part. Except for that jump drive. That's pretty insane. There we go. Large reactor also completed. Okay, you know what? I think I might actually do some welding off camera. Especially while I wait for all the things for this thing to be constructed. As it'll basically be a waste of time just me sitting around. Yeah. Because I got 200 gold to produce a single. I can roughly produce 200 superconductor components. That's it. Okay, I can make 300. Exactly 300. Which means we need a lot more gold, so I'll go grab that as well before the next episode. But thank you for watching, and goodbye.